Go to Google Plus and search Vent Radio. Or you can dial in on Skype. Our Skype name is Vent.radio. It's time for the #1 internet sports show, Sports Talk with Ike and Brandan.
Welcome back to Sports Talk Uncut. I'm your man, Brandan.
I'm your man, Ike.
And we back in here in full effect yet again, man. Coming in during some hot playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Hot.
Some hot boxing matches that's been going on.
Of course.
We got some, football season is really never over. We got some stuff going on in the off season.
Yeah, we got it.
Got some baseball also, Ike.
Yeah.
And we can't forget about Bstrilla's hockey.
Yeah, NHL.
We got a lot to get to today, man, but we want to start with Canelo Alvarez and Amir Khan. Now,
why you want to do that?
We saw the fight because it's exciting, G. I'm excited.
It's boxing. We know.
Oh, I thought maybe he was cracking on me.
No.
We're gonna let you talk because we all know what you said. We all know what you said.
So
we're not gonna get to that. We'll let you talk later.
Okay, I'll talk later. Then. Y'all go ahead.
So Ike, give me your assessment of what you saw, what went down in the fight.
Okay, this what went down. Basically, it happened like this. I mean, my man is quick. Khan, I'm gonna have to give him credit. The boy got speed. He got speed. He's fast. Lights out.
Foot speed and hand speed. Yeah.
Some of the fastest I've seen in boxing. But
and there is a but.
But when you get your body ain't tight and you take body shots, like 30 of them, your guards come down a little bit.
Yeah.
And when the guards come down, it leaves you open to what LL Cool J said, a knockout blow.
Mama gonna knock him out.
Mama said knock you out.
Oh, so Canelo in the ring. Now, we all watched the first round. We all thought that Amir Khan easily won the first round. He outboxed him. He moved. Canelo couldn't catch him. He actually looked amateurish to us all, right?
Yeah, I would actually say he won about 3 rounds. About 3 rounds. I'm saying he won about 3 rounds. Because Canelo was missing him, trying to hit him with haymakers.
He was frustrating Canelo. Yes, it was.
I think that was a ploy to make him think he getting frustrated. Because if somebody gonna say this, because I did say that to him. I mean, I hope you don't forget I said that to him. He setting him up.
You thought it was a setup.
Oh, he's setting him up.
Now, I halfway agree with you. I agree that we both said that Canelo will win this fight by KO. I don't think he was setting him up. I think he made some good in-fight adjustments. I think in the early rounds, he was legitimately frustrated. You could see it on his face. I thought Canelo was legitimately frustrated by Khan's speed, by the game plan Khan came in, the defense he was even displaying. Because if you think the first 2 rounds, Canelo wasn't even throwing the body shots as much as he did the last 4 rounds of that fight. Now, one thing that I did observe, what he was trying to do was establish going to the body so he could slow Khan down. We all know you break down the body, the head will fall. That's the old boxing adage from way back to the Jack Johnson days. But what I saw, I didn't like. What kind of got me and what I was surprised by was he was going to the body with the right hand. So he was reaching a lot of times. So when he missed, it actually looked like he missed real crazy bad. I'm like, man, the left hook and left uppercut to the body is wide open. It's there because Khan is moving away, trying to move from your right hand. So maybe instead of throwing that slow left jab that you're throwing, bring it down to his body, and that'll break him down. But all the while, as it went on, Khan was less effective. Canelo got more effective in those body shots, man. I think they took a toll. To me, it looked like he broke his ribs.
Yeah, he might have hurt him. He hurt him. Now, we can all agree. He hurt him with them body shots.
Because on the knockout, the setup on the knockout, think about it. He fainted.
And
with a body shot.
And caught him.
And caught him with the right hand haymaker that made G look at the TV like, what in the world? What?
But this is the issue.
I ain't coming no more. I ain't coming to no more fight parties.
but this is the issue that a lot of people didn't pay attention to. He really started moving out of Conway and ducking a lot of his punches with all that speed Khan had. He started moving out his punches. He started moving out his punches.
He was slipping them. He was turning his head with a few.
Them. So that's why I say he set him up, because he was making him think he couldn't move, and then he moved.
I'll say this too. I think early on, one of those right hands Khan caught him with, I think it got his attention. Now, I ain't saying he hurt him where he was ready to go down, but I saw one of those shots. I saw his eyes open up like, whoa.
And guess what he said?
He said, "Oh, he did what
I can eat these punches."
No. He did what Damon Wayans did in The Great White Hype and said, "You're trying to embarrass me on TV." And hit that boy in the liver so hard, man. I felt them body shots. When I woke up the next day, it felt like I did a 500 push-up. I mean, sit-ups, man. Seriously.
So we're going to open it up because somebody said that Khan was going to win. And I kind of predicted a 5th round knockout. I was off by 1 round.
I said 8.
Well, let me say this. Everyone expected Canelo to KO Khan. All the boxing pundits, all the so-called professionals, and all of the fighters themselves was looking for Khan to be knocked out. And not surprising. The man went up 2 weight classes.
He did. Yeah.
So I had Canelo ahead 5 rounds to none. Most of the boxing experts had Canelo ahead 5 rounds to none. What I saw was a more disciplined Canelo Alvarez. He had gotten frustrated. Make no question about it. He was frustrated because he could not hit that kid. Had the kid, Khan, had not made the mistake at reaching because he had been going to his body the way that he had been, if he had just stayed at home and kept his guard up, he wouldn't have got knocked out. He reached, and the right hand came over the top. I went back and looked at it again, and it was really an amateur mistake. It's not mistakes. That's not the kind of mistake you see most pro fighters make. However, you can't take anything away from Canelo. He did what he had to do by stopping him, because if it would have continued to be a boxing match, he would have for sure lost the fight. But I guess what I saw...
So you're saying you had Khan ahead?
Oh,
5 rounds.
Absolutely. I had Khan ahead 5 rounds to none. And most boxing experts had it 4-1, some 5-0, because he was putting on a boxing clinic.
See,
the problem, well, it's not a problem. It's just a fact of boxing. A good big man is going to beat a good small man. That's just a fact in boxing. Because Khan could have boxed that way for 11 rounds and still got caught with that 1 shot.
That's true.
Because that shot would have put Ike out.
I'd have ducked it.
Well, he too short. He hit Ike in the hip. That would have been a low blow.
That'd have been like in my
down here
area.
Yeah.
No,
but it was a good fight, and you have to take your hat off to Canelo, man. You have to take your hat off to him, and I don't think by no stretch of the imagination is Canelo a duck artist. I think that he's fighting for a promoter that's a punk and don't want him to take the fights that he should be taking, because he's holding the middleweight championship.
He should be fighting.
And he's holding the WBC. He's holding the one.
Mm-hmm.
He should be fighting at 160, and he should be trying to defend against a legitimate 160 pounders.
I agree. If you got a belt in a weight class, you should fight in that weight class. But here's what I'll say about the fight. We talked about this fight night. I put a lot more stock in body shots than a lot more people do. I think a lot of times judges slight fighters when they go to the body more so than to the head. And I actually gave Canelo 3 of the rounds, 3 out of 5. I gave 2 out of the first 3 to Khan, and I gave the other, I think the second round and 4 and 5, I gave to Canelo.
Well, I think the judges at the time of the stoppage had it 4 rounds
to 1.
Khan, 1 round to Canelo. That really don't mean a damn thing.
Man.
with the way these people judge in fights today.
Yeah, because that debacle a week before that, I still can't get over that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nothing to say. When a man gets KO'd, that's that.
Yeah.
Everything that happened before that really is of no consequence. However, I would like to see Canelo fight in the weight class that he holds the title for. I think that it's too many of these big money. They force feeding the public with these big money fights, and it's causing smaller men to have to go up and face bigger men. But the bigger men don't want to go up and face the bigger men.
Mm-hmm. Like Gennady Golovkin, scared to go up and face Andre Ward.
But let's see what Canelo had to say after the fight.
Let's go.
There's a guy ringside watching this fight tonight who comes to attack Triple G.
Yo le invité a que subiera.
I invited him to come to the ring. You invited him to the ring? Why?
Yo le invité a que subiera. Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. No hay que... Los cinturones aquí se hacen a un lado. Hay que pelear
Man,
por
say
honor
what
y
you
por
got to
gloria
say.
nada más.
He stuttering.
To the ring, and like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around.
Wow.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
Wow.
Canelo says we don't fuck around. When he said we, who was he talking about?
He said Mexico.
Mexicans. We don't. The whole race.
Oh,
the
so
whole
he
country.
was cracking on Triple G. Triple G says he fights like a Mexican.
Right. He cracking on.
Cracking on.
He is, because, and that's all. That might be a little little slick shot at Triple G for not going up and facing Andre Ward. Basically, Canelo saying, we don't duck no right. We ain't scared of nobody. We'll fight whoever you put in front of us. Tell me you fight like a Mexican. You ain't one of us. You scared of Ward.
Yeah.
He gave him a pot shot. Underlay for the overlay. That's what he gave.
I like that.
He gave the underlay for the overlay.
Now, one thing that is weird to me is like you said about Canelo's promoter. I think they sometimes try to handle him a little bit too gently. To me, he's the guy now. It's time to take the gloves off. It's time to stop that gentle handling, because
but you got to look at who's handling it.
Yeah, and they're saying they want him to
a certified cross-dresser.
They saying they want him to fight at a catch weight with Triple G again to try to make him meet somewhere in the middle. But what's 5 more pounds, especially when you come in the ring weighing 180 pounds?
Well, not only that, Brandan. I mean, the dude holds the WBC middleweight title,
which means you fight at 160, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they've already told him, we're not fighting you at a catch weight. But this is Golovkin's camp. They said, we're not fighting you at a catch weight. You don't come up to 160 and defend that belt, WBC is going to strip you, and we're going to just fight whoever we have to fight to go get it.
But see, here's the thing. See, the WBC is full of shit, too. Because they never should have sanctioned
him fighting at a catchweight.
Him fighting at a catchweight and having the title on the line. See, that was all a money move. That's all that was.
And who he took the belt from even agreed to the catchweight for him to get it in the first place.
But nobody wants to get to the limit of 160 because they're all trying to stay away from Gennady Golovkin. And I'm not sold on Triple G.
I ain't either.
Because Triple G ain't faced nothing.
He ain't fought nobody.
But what I'm saying is, if you're going to have a title that says this is the 160-pound title of the world, when the hell are you going to fight at 160?
When you going to do that?
That's a great question.
When they gonna do that?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to figure that out. When you gonna do that? Every fight gonna be a catchweight fight?
Well, see, the WBC, the governing body, World Boxing Council, they thought that, hey, if we get this hot at these catchweights, maybe Floyd will come back, and we'll have a super mega fight at middleweight, because they want Floyd. Now they want Floyd, who's a natural 147-pounder, to go all the way up to 160
and fight Triple G.
Yeah, you talking about a bigger fight than Pacquiao if he does that.
That's what they want.
That's what this whole setup was.
And every time they talk to him, That's who they bring up. And Floyd Mayweather always say Triple G need to be worried about fighting Andre Ward.
He said
every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Now you're talking about Triple G, who holds the 160 WBA and WBO titles, but the man walks around at 180. So he's coming down from 180 to 160 for weigh-in. But the day after weigh-in, he's going to blow back up to 175.
Yep. Yep, and that's the weird thing about Canelo, who fights primarily at 154. Sometimes he drops down to 147. He also comes into the ring above 170 sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's a small guy. He got the stature to hold the weight and not lose any speed. It's not like Triple G is one of those fast hand guys.
Absolutely.
Triple G reminds me of Joe Calzaghe in that he's an accurate puncher, but he has more power than Calzaghe had. But the thing about that is, do we really know? Because the guys he faced, who are these dudes, man? You know, he beat up and comers. Like the guys with the biggest names are guys who are up and coming contenders.
Well, let's hear what Triple G had to say after he watched the fight.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I won halfway. You've been waiting. You always say, give me my belt. Absolutely. No, just, right now, I think Golden Boy took with Tom Loeffler. We're her plan. You're ready. Of course. Congratulations, today. It's a great fight.
Like he said, he wanted to sleep with the owner of Golden.
You know,
He said something about great
it's a good fight. It's just going to 2 divisions up. I respect him. He's warrior.
He respect him like baby from.
Well, no, what he was saying for the listeners who may not have been able to make that out, the audio wasn't that great. He was saying that he respected Khan for going 2 divisions up and even taking the fight.
Oh, okay.
So what's his problem? Okay.
Well, see, listen, man. Boxing is more business than it is sports.
It is now.
And they are taking Triple G as slow as they possibly can because his handlers realize that they have not faced tough opposition.
And nobody they face has been dangerous yet. I mean, when the most dangerous guy
and he has
Daniel Gill.
Yeah, but see, you got HBO pushing for him.
Mm-hmm.
You got the WBC trying to set up a big payday fight with Floyd to lure him out of retirement. But Floyd and his camp are so shrewd. They said, you know what? We gonna whip Conor McGregor's ass. That's what we about to do. Now, Floyd, I guarantee you, is not going to fight Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
You heard about that, right? Yeah, Conor McGregor saying that he want to fight Floyd Mayweather, and he'll do it in a boxing ring, not in the octagon.
But Floyd is the one pushing the
hold up, wait a minute, stop, hold up.
He said he would do it in a boxing ring. Right?
Hold up, this dude said he gonna fight Floyd Mayweather in the octagon. No. He don't want the
square circle.
He want the square circle with boxing gloves. Well, he not kicking.
He'll get his face toe off, man.
I don't know what these guys been drinking in MMA, but that dude is 49-0. He ain't lost a fight,
and he ain't ducked nobody.
And he ain't
contrary to
what you want to believe.
Now, I don't care. People out there want to talk about Floyd for whatever he doing in his personal life or how the persona he likes. I don't know the man personally, so I can't speak on his personal. I don't know him. I ain't had no quarrels with him. I know some folks that may have with some people in his camp. That's beside the point. As a boxer, I can't say that this man not the best I've seen in my lifetime. If I did, it would be a lie. Whether I like him or not as a person doesn't matter. He's good. He's great.
The best
that we've seen since I've been on the planet.
The best ever.
I would have to say so. I've been here a bit longer than you guys, and I've seen a bit more boxing. And I've never seen any one fighter that had so many tools. I've seen some great fighters.
And let me see if you and I agree on this. Let me ask you this question real quick. Who do you think was Floyd's toughest fight through his whole career going all the way back?
His toughest fight, I would say Corrales, the first Corrales fight.
I got to say Jose Luis Castillo. Jose Luis Castillo. That's a fight Floyd won by split decision.
Yeah, but see, you can't. But here's the thing. He beat Canelo by a split decision.
Yeah, that was nothing. I watched the fight, and this fight was actually close.
So the decision don't mean a damn thing.
I get what you're saying, but back then, at least this has been some years back. At least that fight was actually close. That fight literally could have been a draw. Somebody could have called it a draw, and I wouldn't have been angry about it. The first one between them. Now the second time they fought, Floyd put the mash on him because he learned what he didn't have in the first fight from him. But I thought that was the only dude that actually tested him to no end throughout the whole fight. Floyd, you could see the change in him, the chess match that was going back and forth, and you could see how Floyd was learning him through the fight. And I think had he started what he was doing earlier in that fight, it wouldn't have been as close. However, that was the hardest fight I ever seen him have.
Well, I seen that fight too, and I haven't seen a fight that he's been in that I thought anybody won out except him. I haven't.
Me either.
Now I ain't say I thought he won. I'd say if they would have called it a draw, I wouldn't have been angry.
I haven't seen him in a fight that I would have called a draw. I just haven't.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
So that was the toughest fight. Now when he fought, he always fought the big names. Ab Judah mashed him. Shane Mosley landed one punch the whole fight. The whole world tried to make a big thing about it. He murdered Shane Mosley without killing him. He fought Diego Corrales back in the day, Chico, when he was undefeated. 31-0, 28 knockouts going into that fight. He got knocked down 5 times with 5 left hooks by Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Floyd never ducked anybody. So for all those people that saying he did, they need to stop.
Well, they saying he a cherry picker.
But he fight everybody who want to step up.
Hey.
And for the people who really don't know boxing, I'm gonna tell you a little something. Just for those who think he ain't as good as he is. Then ain't too many people say I want a rematch. Now, and as a boxer, too. Look, as a boxer, and you have 49 fights, okay? At least half of the people you fight gonna think they can beat you. Now, after you fight me one time, just one time, I'm done. I figure I can't beat you. I don't think I could beat this guy.
And the only ones that rematched him that I can remember was Jose Luis Castillo and Marcos Maidana.
And another thing they don't give Floyd.
And Maidana ain't got it all there, so.
They give Floyd credit for being a special technician and dodging punches. The dude can take a punch, too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, see, he's a true boxer because he could take a punch. Because when he took that punch from Sugar Shane, that'll knock the average guy out. Anybody else would have been down.
Yeah.
Anybody else would have been down with that solid on the chin. That was solid on the chin, right hand. You go down. Yeah. You go down with solid on the chin, right hand. Yeah. That was square on the chin with all his power into it. You go down.
Shane Mosley himself said he said he was stunned that he didn't go down.
Mm.
He said he think that the fact that he didn't go down did something to him psychologically.
It did. Because you just hit the dude with your best punch. He's standing.
And it's kind of like when Danny Garcia be knocking dudes out, be standing there taking all them punches. They like, oh, I'm whooping him. And then all of a sudden, wham! Knockout. Ding, 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 ding.
He got a strong chin.
I would like to see, if Canelo does get stripped, doesn't stay at middle, I would like to see a potential fight with somebody like Danny Garcia. I think that would actually be a very entertaining fight. Very entertaining fight. We got 2 guys. Canelo has learned how to counterpunch a lot better than when he first started. We got 2 guys, good counterpunchers. 2 guys that got power. 2 guys that got they got better than average speed. I would love to, and both who have better than average defense. I would love to see those 2 go at it. That's the fight I'd like to see. So MMA talk real quick. Just want to throw this out there. UFC owner Dana White.
What are you talking about now?
UFC is for sale.
Well, we need to get our money together.
They projected to sell for $3.5 to $4 billion.
No, we can't get our money together on that.
You gotta sell your seats. You trying to?
You gotta sell kidneys and all that.
Man,
we don't have no body parts.
Yeah, man, they bought UFC for only a couple million, $2 million, I believe it was, and it's projected to sell for $3.5 billion.
Nah,
that's at least. Now that tells you how that man. Got to give him some credit. He built that thing.
I'm gonna tell you how smart he is. This is how smart the guy is. I'm gonna sell this while it's hot, cause I ain't paying nobody, and let somebody else do something with it. Cause
who they start right now?
They got none.
I'll wait.
None.
So why not?
Why not?
That's like buying a stock in Walmart. I'm gonna use them for example. You buy stock in Walmart in the 60s. You wait till 2005, Walmart, and you sell it, and then 2010 it crash. You be like, I sold right on time. That's kind of what
they ain't got no stars coming, and it's gonna sell for that amount because it's entertainment. People like it now.
True.
Heads up, Dana. Good job.
I wouldn't pay $50 for it. For the whole league.
For the whole and all its fighters and all its arenas.
Listen, man. I can go to the bar and and watch UFC with two drunks.
Gee, you don't like mixed martial arts, man?
For what?
It's karate and boxing. Let them tell it.
You can bite too.
They can't bite, man.
They used to.
That wasn't mixed. That wasn't UFC. Though.
What was that?
That was like that old stuff back in Japan. I don't even remember the name of that division when they had the barbed wire ring ropes. Barbed wire. That's
man,
crazy.
How can I watch a sport that when a person take a loss, they go to tell them they finna kill themselves? Yeah. Them people is unstable, man, and on all kind of steroids, man.
Herschel Walker was an MMA fighter for a while. Did y'all know that? I'm talking about less than 10 years ago, and he was knocking dudes out.
Is that why he limping?
I don't know. He was was he like a black belt or something? Martial arts.
He took some martial arts. He did. He's a specialist in one of those arts. I don't know what he studied, but he went into, I don't know if it wasn't UFC. It was another one, Strike Force or something like that, I believe he was in. But he was whooping dudes, man. I mean, they say he's still in the kind of shape. Like I heard somebody talking about him the other day. They said Herschel Walker probably could still run for 1,000 yards behind Dallas offensive line.
He probably could, man. The boy was a phenomenal work ethics. He was phenomenal back then. He did like 500 sit-ups, 1,000 push-ups.
Yeah, when I saw him fight, man, he still looked like he was mid-20s, early 30s. I ain't even lying. And I know Herschel Walker was in the league and played before I came along. So he was retired after I was born, but he started before me.
Some of that anti-aging juice.
I don't know, unless he even calling Peyton Manning's wife and getting some of that HGH. Now, I know we got to go to break pretty soon, G, but can we go ahead and get into that NBA? Or you want to go
get into it, baby?
NBA. Steph Curry, the first unanimous MVP in league history. What you guys think about that? I mean, got to give it up to him. That boy, Ike, you said it earlier in the season. You called it. You said, could he be one of the ones who joined the 45, 50, 60 club or whatever you called it?
Yeah, 45, 60, 90 club.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He did it.
He did.
Third guy to do it.
Third guy to do it. So you got to give him props on that.
They won 73 games. They broke that record.
Games. But you know my stand on this. I'm still going to say Westbrook should have got the MVP.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you why.
I was going to say, please enlighten me.
I'm enlighten you. Because Westbrook plays point guard, correct?
So does Steph.
He averaged 10 assists a game, 27 points, and 8 rebounds. And he had like 9 or 18 triple-doubles.
He broke the league. He broke the record in triple-doubles. But he also turned the ball over like a mug.
Okay,
I'm just saying, man. I love Westbrook. I think Westbrook is a bona fide superstar now. For those people who don't, they crazy. Oh, he a bona fide superstar now.
He done brought his game up to the next level. He the truth. He the truth.
He is.
He the truth. Now I'm just looking at his play and saying,
can't check nobody.
One-on-one defense.
Well, you got to work on that. Man, you got to work on that.
He's a pro now.
You got to work on that.
He was supposed to work on that in high school and college.
Yeah, you know how that go. I'm a shooter. I'm scoring.
Well, he a scorer, not a shooter.
I'm a scorer.
Well, you know, it's a whole lot of scorers that can't do nothing no more.
The MVP can't check nobody at all.
I wouldn't say nobody.
I don't know. He can check other point guards.
Yeah. He played good D, Ike. He just a bigger point guard gives him trouble.
Yeah, but he stays in front of his man. And they ain't just winning from him shooting threes. I thought that at first too, Ike.
Oh, they play defense. I'm not saying the team don't play defense.
Ike, but he's efficient with what he does. And this dude averaged 30 points a game and under 35 minutes played per game, Ike. He missed in 13 minutes of the game. That means a full quarter he's not playing. And he's still averaging 30 points.
So you're convincing me of what?
I'm just telling you how that's significant, man.
It's very significant.
Nobody's ever done that. Now, you look at what they did this year and the numbers he put up for over 45% from three, over 90% from free throw line, and over what is it, 60% from the field, or 50%, I'm sorry, from the field. And in layups, 68%. That's very high. Not all of all layups are not, they're not all not contested. Some still get contested. And we talking right hand and left hand. This dude is doing something as far as shooting and shooting percentages that hasn't really been seen, man.
I'm not disagreeing on none of that.
So why wouldn't he be unanimous? Who else in the league?
I just told you.
He wouldn't. Okay, let's talk about, you always talk about, I like to bring up stats, so I'm going to bring some up for you. You talk about 3-point shooting percentage. Westbrook, 29%. That's 15% lower. When we talk about they shooting, pretty much the same amount of shots per game. Both of them about 18 shots per game. We talking about field goal percentage as a whole. Steph shooting 5% higher than Steph is. Steph shooting 5% higher than Westbrook is. And that's significant. 5% is a lot in the NBA. That's a lot. And his team is winning. A lot of those triple doubles, if you go back and look, they lost. What's a triple double if you lose? Just like what's 73 wins if you don't win a championship? We all agree on that. It's the same principle. It's the same principle.
My question is, you asked me a question. Was what? I said, I believe that Westbrook should have been winning the MVP this year. That's all I said.
7 points lower. That's all.
How many assists do we average a game?
Steph averaged about 7 assists a game. Westbrook is at 10. Westbrook averaged 23 points. Steph is at 30. Steals.
Well, I thought that the MVP of the league should be a person that helps his team to victory more than any other player. Then after he does that, he has to be head and shoulders above the rest of the guys in the league that he plays in. He's not the MVP of the Warriors. He's the MVP of the league.
I agree with that. I agree with that too. But here's the thing about the MVP, man. It's voted on by the media, Associated Press.
Well, you were part of the media.
I mean, if they have certain people they pick in Associated Press that have voting rights.
Okay, forget all that.
I'm saying,
if you was on the
but voting, I'm saying, but the definition of it changes depending upon who you ask. Out of that media pool, to be honest with you, some people say
no. They have a criteria that they're supposed to go by.
They do, but in that criteria, others value some things over others. That's what I'm saying.
So you voted for Steph too this year?
I would have voted for Steph this year.
I'd have voted for Westbrook.
I'd have voted for Steph this year because I thought we all said it on this show. When he's not playing, when he doesn't play well, they don't play well. The team goes as he goes.
Yeah, but that really don't make. I mean, Allen Iverson played for the 76ers, and that team didn't go unless he went.
And he won an MVP for it. He won his best season, he won the MVP. I thought one of Steve Nash's should have been Allen Iverson's as well. But you know how that goes.
Well, I guess it's like you said, it's a matter of opinions, and I guess it's all about what you like. But I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let Ike take over. The 3-point shot is a low percentage shot. However, he is making the 3-point shot probably at a higher percentage than anybody else has done.
And he's made more than anybody else in history, broke his own record.
But when you do the numbers and you look at the span of a career, it's still going to say that he was a person who shot a low percentage shot versus people like that have a mid-range game who probably will get in the Hall of Fame quicker because of the numbers. The higher percentage shots you take, the more points you score, the better you're looked at. That's how the NBA works.
And I see that logic because you'll say, well, the way he's shooting it can't be sustained over an entire career. Well, that remains to be seen, right?
No, it doesn't remain to be seen. There's no way that he's going to shoot the ball. Ray Allen couldn't shoot the ball the way he did. He could in his latter years. No, you shoot jump shots from your legs and your hips. He's not going to be able to hit that shot like he's hitting it now 5 years from now. It's just not going to happen. So, and you have to consider this. The 3-point shot will kill you. Just like it's making them right now.
It can break you.
That same shot will break you.
And it is weird that because the way the whole league has been changing, a lot of teams are trying to go to this model, small ball. Everybody's trying to do it now. But I'll say this about
guess why? It's not really small ball. They're trying to create an environment where certain people can come back into the league and be shooters. Okay?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, that's what they're doing. Because the league have went to high flying, playing above the rim.
That used to be the
and it got away from shooting for a while.
Now, me personally, I have to agree with Tracy McGrady and his assessment.
So
I think the league is soft, and I think it's watered down.
So Tracy McGrady,
they don't know Tracy.
So Tracy, what you got to say, Mr. McGrady, Mr. Left Toronto for Orlando? What you got to say?
Right, for him to be that first player to get this unanimously, I think it just tells you how watered down our league is.
You think so?
Yeah, seriously, because you think about when MJ played, Shaq. I mean, those guys really played against top-notch competition. More superstars, I think, on more teams than it is in our league today. But it's well-deserved. I mean, because he had a hell of a season. And it's breaking records. He's rewriting the record book. So, I mean, my hat is off to him. But I just think that, somebody like LeBron deserved to get at least one vote.
Tracy did everything but tell us to get off his lawn. Water down. Come on, man. Like, I understand that there is... I understand your point. I understand your point.
Sound like it.
Look, and your point that I actually take to heart the most is imagine.
So now we know Ike gonna take some type of stance with that last statement about one vote should at least went to his boy LeBron.
Hey, listen. Facts are facts, man. Listen. I'm gonna even go one further. One vote probably could have went to his boy on his team.
Nah.
But you got other stars in the league who are stars.
Yeah, I think it was a slap in the face. Too.
Like, that's a slap in the face.
Talking about what Tracy McGrady just said?
No, like
I said before Tracy made his statement. I said I agree with it.
Like the league is like G saying.
What's the slap in the face? What I'm asking.
The smack in the face is like, dog. Other guys, like he won it unanimously. I mean, they didn't vote for nobody else. He won the majority. He won the votes unanimously.
Right. He got unanimous first place votes. So they have like 1 through 5 places on their card or whatever. He's the first. Shaq came close to getting it within one vote. Michael Jordan, I believe, came within one vote again. It's 131 first place votes. So that's what he got the 131.
And LeBron's not good enough to get one vote.
That's what we saying. Man, you got to be kidding me.
This year?
And
LeBron wasn't close to Russell Westbrook this year.
Is LeBron got his team in the playoffs?
His team is in the playoffs.
Are they doing well in the playoffs?
And who's carrying them right now?
In
the playoffs.
Who got them to the playoffs?
Who's carrying them?
Kyrie and Kevin Love.
You got to remember, man, Kyrie just came back.
And Kyrie a beast. I agree. I understand, but we're talking about throughout the whole season. Man, I ain't taking nothing away from the guy. I understand the league has changed. I liked it when it was tougher too, when we could hand check and all that. The unanimous vote, I don't have a problem with.
I have a problem
because I think Jordan should have got it when the Bulls went 72-10 and they didn't give it to him. And
say that again.
He should have got it.
They went 72-10.
It was stupid that they didn't, because one little dude in the room said, I'm going to give a vote to this guy who ended up finishing 4th. Come on, man. If anything, we should be upset that guys like Shaq and Jordan got played and didn't get it unanimously.
I'm not upset. What I'm saying is we can say that they didn't get it, but he gets it. It's okay. But I'm saying you cannot denounce LeBron's game for his team and the league this year.
I'm not denouncing his game, but I think Steph was the best player on the best team.
He didn't get a vote. He was the best player on the best team in
the
East.
He was the best player in the league this year. Not just the East and West. This was the best player in the NBA.
I'm going to say this again. I've been saying it all year. If they meet in the finals, Cleveland going to beat them.
Yeah, right. What happened last year?
He didn't have.
He ain't even play good. Steph didn't even play good last year.
What happened last year?
Steph was on a bum ankle.
You're going to let me answer the question?
Go ahead.
What happened last year? According to your words, who leading the team? According to what you see.
Kyrie and Love.
Is he playing? Are they playing?
They playing.
Did they play last year?
No.
Okay, you gonna see what's gonna happen if they play and don't get hurt.
The East,
the world is gonna see if they play and don't be hurt. They gonna beat them in 5 games. Maybe might not even go 5, might go 4.
In the words of Big G, the East is the Little League.
Okay, Little League. Okay, Little League.
I'm gonna stand firm with that.
Okay, Little League.
The East is the Little League.
I think Cleveland looks like a very good team in the East
against Detroit and Atlanta.
I'm
not impressed. I'm sorry.
I mean, really, you still have a team where LeBron is dominating ball time. He's still playing with a point guard. They can't play. And when he gets in a 7-game series with some boys that's D'ing them up, I think you're going to see again. You're going to just see that the Eastern Division teams are just not good enough when it comes to what's in the West.
And just for clarification, he's not saying Kyrie can't play, guys. He's saying that the fact that the point guard is not the one running the plays.
Exactly.
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Brian.
Got you. You got those people that slappies out there. Did he just say Kyrie can't play? You know what I'm saying? I ain't want nobody call up because
Kyrie can play, but basketball is a team sport.
That's 100%.
He absolutely can play, and he's probably going to get better. But it's a team concept.
And with you saying that, that's a good segue to this OKC San Antonio series. We all said San Antonio was gonna smack them. I agree. I said it. I said San Antonio in 7, and I'm gonna stand by my word till it's over. Now, here's what we didn't bet on. None of us. Nobody thought OKC was gonna get in this series and start playing team ball. We all thought it was gonna be the Russell Westbrook show, trying to outshoot KD like normally. But that's not what's happening right now. They playing team ball. They playing some good team ball. And them big guys. I think Mark Thomas called it when he said they was gonna feed Cantor off the bench. Cantor been balling, and what's the Adams, the boy with the mustache?
What is it?
Well, you know, Sports Talk Uncut fans, we sent our man Ike out into the field to get some feedback from some of the people that watch and listen to Sports Talk Uncut.
The people.
So we're gonna tell you what the people said about the game.
What the
San
people
Antonio
got to say?
and
What
San
did the
Antonio
people
Spurs.
say?
Let's hear him. State your name.
Brandan Barrett.
Got a question for you. Who do you think going to win the series between Oklahoma Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs?
Spurs, hands down.
Why?
The reason is they're going to revert back to hero ball. Trust me. Tonight's game 5, they're going to revert back to hero ball. Westbrook's not going to pass that ball around. And in the 4th quarter, they're going to crumble. Trust me. It's Oklahoma. That's what they do.
Anything else you like to say?
Yes. Cleveland will win the championship this year.
Oh, Lord.
Stop hating on LeBron.
Oh, Lord. Ike done went found a dude.
And Sports Talk Uncut.
Hold on.
Out.
Ike done went found some dude from under some rock somewhere to agree with him
Them fans.
on LeBron James. No, you told him to say that. That was fair. No, I'm just playing, Ike.
Them fans of the game.
Who is this guy? And he got the nerve to be named Brandan.
Just like you.
I know. It ain't spelled like me, man. I got an A at the end.
Wow. So how much did you pay him, Mike?
I didn't pay him any.
He promised him a seat next to him at one of them Lions games. I don't know.
Why do y'all think I didn't pay nobody to say that? That's what they feel. These are fans I went and talked to.
Hold on. What else somebody else say, man?
Hey, this is Sierra, and I think the Spurs will win the series between OKC because they have more experience and home court advantage.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Look, he said thank you.
Right. He didn't even give her no follow-up. Did you hear what else you want to say in there, G?
No, it was thank you because that's what he wanted her to say.
I didn't hear no follow-up question to her. She wasn't talking LeBron. That's all that
So,
is.
Ike, when you be out in the field getting these spontaneous interviews, man, what do you do? Just look at people and say,
I'm an OKC fan, but I think it's tough to beat the Spurs in 7.
Well, he talking anonymously.
They good.
They good.
Profound. You found, was that Confucius?
Boy, these Sports Talk Uncut fans, they sure is smart.
Was that Confucius? Was that? What's that?
So that's how I do it. I basically talk to people. Then I just ask them a few questions. Like, I just took the question we have on our Facebook page. So if you go to Sports Talk Uncut Facebook page, it was a poll that I asked. The same thing. Who will win the series? So a lot of people, they get a little nervous. They don't want to be videoed. They don't want to see themselves. So you have to
That's the question, right?
Who you think will win between Oklahoma and San Antonio?
I think San Antonio gonna take it.
Why?
Coaching, Popovich, experience. Kawhi Leonard.
At least he giving anybody else you want to shout out to on San Antonio?
Aldridge. Ginobili.
That was great report night.
That was. Good job, Mike.
Thank you.
Now,
so you never know. I'll be in a city near you, coming in and ask you questions. So stop and talk to Ike.
Just randomly. Now, people who are less pigmented than we are, don't be afraid. Ike is a gentle giant. He ain't coming to take your money. He ain't coming to hurt you. This man has a college degree and is a coach. He ain't coming to hurt you.
And the babies love it.
Except that one that threw that left hook. But
that wasn't no baby. That was a teenager.
Yeah,
my totally different.
Babies do look. I ain't gonna lie. My kids, they running. I'm saying. But I'm gonna speak to one of your interviewees. What he said. Now he talked about. It sounded like you got that interview yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, that was the day before yesterday. Like Monday or Tuesday, I interviewed everybody.
He said that Game 5, Russell Westbrook was gonna revert back to his old ways.
That's
and
what he
started
said.
Shooting the ball too much.
He must have heard him.
I think he was wrong.
He was wrong.
Because Russ didn't start shooting the ball till he had to take it over late in that game. And if you look in the fourth quarter, that's where OKC did their best work. They was down by 6 or 8 with 3 minutes left. So I feel his pick. Spurs in 7, but you got that one wrong, bro. Game 5 was a shocker to everybody.
Well,
now, what y'all think about the no call?
What? The refs been getting the calls wrong all season long. I'm not going to even worry about that now. I mean, they've been getting it wrong all season. So why get mad at them now?
At least it's consistently bad.
Consistently bad. They consistently have a call every playoff game.
Hey, you terrible when your only compliment can be, well, they consistently bad. At least they ain't switching it up.
Hey, that's all I can say. They consistently bad. I'm not going to put the faith on the ref and all that. But I'm going to say Russell Westbrook play like an MVP that game.
So I got a question for both of y'all. Because the way the Spurs been looking these last couple games, they've been looking like they put too much into this season. They ain't got nothing left in the tank. That's just how it looks to me. I don't know if it's because one stat I noticed is when they on 3 nights rest, they play a lot better than when they on 2 nights rest. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Is this before our eyes the passing of the guard? Meaning, are the Spurs going away for a while they build behind the new young stars and while OKC takes over? Or will the Spurs prevail and that experience that he was talking about shine through and Coach Popovich does it one more time?
Well, it's yet to be seen. I mean, I know the Spurs,
in
my opinion, the Spurs don't let down. They're going to play. And they're going to play this game 6 like they play. Now, if Oklahoma bring the thunder like they supposed to, hey, put your throat on them while you got them down. It should be a pleasure. But if they don't, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. I think the Spurs, they're going to do what they do.
Who was that, G?
I want to see OKC. And I don't care about the Golden State because they only been there 1 year. But I want to see somebody other than LeBron. He got rings.
He gonna get another one.
San Antonio, they got rings. I want to see Oklahoma go, but I don't trust them. I know how somebody is when their ego is out of control. And Westbrook ego get out of control sometimes. He think he Tim Duncan.
Allen Iverson.
They think he Kevin. Durant.
Think it's his
he think he
team.
Durant, Kobe, everybody. He want to be Shaq. he think he Magic Johnson from the playoff when Magic played all 5 positions.
Now that's funny.
I got to go with Pop, man. He's the best coach in ever been in basketball, outside of my guy Phil and the Lakers.
You know.
So what everybody picking, man? Give me some insight.
Well, we got one guy. We got Big Ike. Big Ike say LeBron and the Cavaliers gonna do it all.
Do it all the way.
And I'm still. I think
they don't fold.
Fold win.
Well, you know he.
Players don't fold. They do good till they get to the championship.
Well, you know he is the dude that went to the free throw line and shot with his left hand. You know he has quit before.
I don't know. It's one of the best playoff series they've had in years.
Wow.
I mean, from the teams that you know. I mean, the teams that you like: Oklahoma, San Antonio, Cleveland, Golden State. I mean,
it's been very entertaining. You are absolutely
it's been a
correct.
good championship game, and they playing hard too, because everybody defending their home court.
Okay, brother. Well, you gave us your insight. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wow.
They ain't got no Oklahoma fans. All Cleveland fans.
Y'all got the Hornets.
They was voting for Cam Newton, the man with the golden shoes in the Super Bowl. So they
Wow.
they ain't got nothing going on over here. They was hoping Charlotte win.
Oh wow.
And who played for Charlotte?
I don't even know.
Embiid.
Who played for Charlotte? I don't even know who played for
They
Charlotte.
psyched themselves out. So you gotta. I mean, I don't know. I like OKC to win, but I can't see them beating San Antonio twice in a row and then beating them 3 times at home. That's gonna be.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm impressed.
Okay, brother. Well, thanks for your insight.
Appreciate you.
But I be listening to your show sometime, and it's a money thing too.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a money thing. So they guys don't play fair. They play for the money.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Thanks for
so
calling.
Good show. No problem. Y'all have a good show.
All right.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Keep listening. So he actually said my exact reason why I'm still sticking with the Spurs, because you beat them twice in a row. 3 times in San Antonio, not happening. If we get to Game 7, it's definitely over. For the OKC. OKC want to win, they better win tomorrow. They want to win this series. That's their only chance.
And hey, if you don't win at home, then go home.
So looking at the other series, we already know Cleveland.
Before we look at the other series, maybe we better.
Don't we got some bills to pay?
Huh?
Do we got some bills to pay?
Well, we ain't got to pay them. We can just wait till they come to the door and shut.
Rob Peter and pay Paul. We can do We ain't home.
You're tuned in to Sports Talk Uncut. Keep it locked where it's at. We gonna be right back at you in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Man, I am losing my mind. I don't believe this stuff right here.
What's wrong?
It's my girl. Her hair looks crazy.
Oh, no problem. Have her go where I go.
And where exactly is that?
My Sisters and Me 24-hour hair braiding. They are located at 18443 Illinois. They are fast, affordable, and reliable.
Yeah, okay, I hear you, but how reliable are they? Really?
Well, they are considered #1 in 24-hour hair braiding, specializing in natural hair care and hair growth.
Okay, I get the reliable thing,
That's
but
big
how
Ike, y'all.
fast are they? Seriously.
Yes, they have 2 braiders per head.
Okay, I got the part about fast and being reliable, but tell the truth, how affordable are they?
Look, just call 313-340-9515. The number again is 313-340-9515.
Oh, that sounds like the place she really need to go. So that's My Sisters and Me, 24-hour hair braiding, right? Got you. Thanks.
Yeah, you back with Sports Talk Uncut. I'm your man, Ike.
I'm your man, Brandan.
Hey, we got some special guests in the building. Just arrived straight from the west side of Detroit.
West side?
Detroit Consortium's on head football coach.
Voyager. They Voyager now, Ike.
Oh, that's right. You right. I'm sorry. I can't read. Voyager football coach Pittman, and he brought a player. I'm assuming he played cast up. I don't know. What's your name, young man?
Hold on, time. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
He gonna have to say that one more time so everybody can hear.
Everybody, we gonna want you to say that nice and slow into the mic. Again.
Chiron, the future wins.
The future.
The future wins.
The future.
Okay, the future. What position you play, Mr. Future?
I play running back.
Okay, running back.
The future.
The future.
All right, I actually like that. Now you better have some skills with a name like the future. I mean, they better be seeing you leaving them, and is that why they call you the future? Because they always behind you. Everybody else in the past. I got that. I'm here with you, bro. I'm here. So, Coach Pittman, how you doing, man?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Doing great, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, no problem at all. Now, we was talking a little NBA, and we're gonna wrap that up and get to you. Got some questions for you and things, but I wanted to ask Ike real quick.
Man, Tracy McGrady already said what it is, man. Let's move on.
I know, man. But who gonna win, Toronto or Miami? That's been the tightest series so far.
I don't care. Miami. Let our guests answer the question. They football guys. Who you think gonna win, Coach Pitt? Right in the mic.
Miami. I'm a Miami guy. D Wade, he going hard right now. I mean, he's leading that team, doing what he's supposed to do as a veteran player. I think they're gonna pull it out.
The future.
Well, I believe that Miami's gonna win too. I like how the way D Wade is playing, throwing up 40 every night. He gonna do his thing.
Now that's the big money game in the East right there. Miami versus Cleveland. LeBron's return to Miami. D Wade against his old, comrade. That's good for TV.
It's good for TV, but bring out the broom.
Guarantee you they make that series go at least 6.
Bring out the broom.
Too much money to be made. All right, come on, man. You always where we take it back to every time.
It got to be about the money.
That's going at least 6.
But King James don't need no money, so they
bringing
out the broom.
The NBA need the money.
They bringing out the broom.
All right, so we already got through everything. We know Golden State gonna win tonight. They're gonna go and get Portland on up out of there. So let's get to some football. Voyager football, that is.
Yes, sir.
So, man, how long y'all had a football program over there?
We've had a football for 8 years.
8 years?
8 years. I've been there this is going into my 5th season.
5th season head coach. How long have you been coaching?
Actually, it's a funny story. I got offered the football position a week before the first game 5 years ago.
Wow.
And that was my first head coaching experience. The year before that, I was actually a defensive line coach for part of that season. So, really, it just got through the keys to the car with a permit.
So you got thrown into the fire with no way to start it or nothing.
No way at all. It's been great though. I mean, the experience that we have, especially touching these young men. I mean, it's great. I love it. Love what we do. We've actually had 2 Division I players in the last 2 years. We won the most games in school history since we've been there as far as my staff. So it's going in the right direction.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Oh, so what was your record this season?
This year we're 4-5.
Okay,
4-5.
that's pretty good. So I hear you don't have a home. I mean, a football field at the school to practice on. So doesn't that make it a little bit difficult when you hold your practices and doesn't that put you with someone at a disadvantage?
I wouldn't say a disadvantage. I would say it's an advantage because I actually teach our players, hey, you're not privileged to have what certain schools have, so you have to work extra hard. So the things that we try and implement in our players, like, hey, you're not given anything, so you actually have to work harder. So we don't use it as a crutch. We use it as our fuel to get to where we need to be.
Okay.
Blue collar mentality.
Blue collar mentality. From the coach's perspective.
I know. I like
now
it.
Let's talk to the player.
How you feel about that?
How you feel about that?
Well, having no practice field, that gives me a chance to get even better than where I am right now. Because at my old school, I did have a game field and a practice field, but this school is a way better school, and we ain't got no practice field, but for sure we coming out balling this year.
So does it make you put in that much more effort when y'all do get your practice in?
100% effort. 100% effort.
Okay. I like that. Now, Coach, going back to you real quick, how did you actually get into coaching? Because you coached the D-line before that. So what even got you into coaching?
Actually, my mentor, Al Anderson, passed away. He called me one day, like, I need you to come over and coach basketball. I'm like, all right, Coach, I'll come over and help you out. Need you to do everything. He was actually one of the former ADs there. And he just called me out of the blue. Hey, we have to let go of our head coach. We need you to run the program right now.
Wow.
And previously, he coached me in middle school, high school, and like pretty much raised me in everything that he does. So great man, rest in peace, Coach Al Anderson. But I mean, with him just calling me and saying, hey, I need you to do this, I just took it like, hey man, whatever you need me to do because you changed my life, I'm going in full fledged. So I've always been in love for a game, have the love for the game. I played in high school and college. But
where'd you play in college?
Central Michigan.
Chippewa.
Yes, through and through.
Terry Foster's alma mater, the sports writer.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
So now you hear Coach say that somebody that was a mentor to him called him up and he didn't ask no questions. He was there for him. What does that make you think as a player playing for a coach who's coming down the line with that kind of mentality?
Well, Coach is a born leader, and I believe that I am a born leader too. That's why we see good when we see eye to eye. And I just can't wait to this season. Just can't wait, man. It's gonna be a great season. I love Coach Pitt. I love everybody on the staff. I love all the fans. I love all the players. I just can't wait to this season.
All right, the future. Start calling this dude the future. So I'm gonna go off script a little bit. You play running back, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is your goal, or what's the hardest part of your position as a high school player, as a running back? What do you think the hardest job for the running back to do?
Vision, really. I really am trying to get better at my vision. I look at videos every day from NFL players, NFL stars like Adrian Peterson, Arian Foster. Look how the way they read blocks. And I'm just trying to get better at vision. That's the biggest.
For those who don't quite, we got sports fans here, but the people who don't know when you say vision, kind of explain that a little bit deeper when you mean vision. I'm trying to read blocks, trying to get my vision better.
Well,
because they might say, hey, just put on some dang on glasses and your vision gonna get better.
Well, when you get the ball, you expecting to get to the touchdown, right?
Exactly.
And first, you got to read your block. So if the hole opened up, you got to find that hole and hit it. And if you don't hit it, then you might get popped or,
close up on you.
Yeah. So you got to have vision to read through the holes. And when you read through the hole, either you got to have a cutback hole or a regular hole to go through. And you got to make as many yards as you can.
Okay, for those, I'm going to explain what he mean by hole. Because, he's saying hole, not a hole in the ground. When the guys block each other and space open apart, he can go through it.
You teach it like we ain't got sports fans listening. But let me ask you this, Coach, because with you guys having not your own practice field, does that make it a little more difficult when trying to get kids to come to your school, or is it all about tradition and things like that get them to come?
It's more of a tradition, and I'm one of those coaches. I'm not gonna promise you anything. You're gonna work for it. When a lot of players come in, I take the Pete Carroll aspect of everything. If I get you on campus, you're gonna come. We're gonna get you here, no matter if we have a practice field, if we have to go in the gym or practice on the track. You know, what we build, we're not just building football players, we're building men. So regardless if you got to practice in the street right now, hey, this is what you're doing to become a successful man.
So I want you to repeat that phrase one more time, a little closer to the mic for me, so make sure they hear that, because I like that.
So we're not raising, like I said, football players. We're raising men. You know, so it doesn't matter if you have to practice in the street, on the track, or anywhere in the middle of Livernois, you're becoming a man.
I like that.
That's our philosophy, and that's how we carry ourselves.
Okay. So I got another question for you, Pitt. As a coach, is it important for your kids to get in college?
Yes.
Hold on. Let me strike that. That's a terrible question. Let's go to something I love to talk about. The changes to the NCAA rule. Now, they had a change that the coaches couldn't come to the sound mind, sound body camp. It was not going to let coaches go to all these other university camps and university athlete camps. They weren't going to let the college coaches go. Now, what do you think about that?
I don't like it. I think it puts a lot of inner city schools that don't have a budget, a booster club, to actually put our kids or our players or young men in front of these coaches. I think it puts at a real big disadvantage, because we can go to one actual camp and there's 400 coaches there. So our kids are actually getting that exposure that they need versus us getting on the charter bus and going down to Tennessee, because like a school like us, we don't have a budget like that. You know, if we go to a camp, you know, it's pretty much either coaches or the school finding money for us to, you know, to actually go to that one camp. But we have ACC schools, Big Ten, MAC schools. Everyone is there. You know, not even saying that we might not have a Big Ten school, but even the smaller schools like in Northwood or Grand Valley, it gives our students or our scholars or our athletes the opportunity to be exposed. So I don't like the rule at all.
Yeah, because I heard, you know, to go to the Big Ten camps, about $225
per person. Per person.
Per person.
Wow.
Per person. And to go to some of the smaller schools be like $50.
So do you think that's a ploy to kind of weed out the inner city kids, to kind of make it tougher?
I do. I firmly agree with. I think it does. One thing about the inner city youth, if once they go off to a university, I think it's great. You know, they actually tour the campus and everything. But let's be real, a lot of our kids can't go. You know, so I think it is to weed out a lot of inner city schools, so they'll start taking, hey, you can't afford to come here. We don't even know who you are, and you sending us film. What type of kid is? We never coached him. We never seen him in actual practice. We're just watching the highlight film. So I think it puts us at a disadvantage.
Man, I didn't. That sounds like a terrible rule.
It is.
So, with that, in that same vein, because it seems like I'm kind of getting a read on your frame of mind, and you say, I know Ike asked about players in college. I know you see you put a couple kids in some D1 schools. So, with you saying that you're raising up men, not players, in your mind, is it more important for you the men aspect and the student aspect trumps the player aspect? Is that your belief?
Yes. Okay. Because one day football's gonna come to an end. You have to be a man. So the things that you get from us is not just learning on the field. It's how you carry your life. If you become a successful football player, but the discipline that you get from the sport, you can carry it on for a lifetime and become a successful talk show host or you know, or business owner, or if you're blessed enough to go play in the NFL, we want you to. But at some age, football's gonna come to an end. You still have to be a man.
And what do you get out of it? What have you learned from Coach off the field that you think helps you on the field and off?
Well, let me tell you a funny story.
We love funny stories.
Yes,
here.
sir.
When I first got there and stuff, like after the first quarter, after the third quarter, my coach seen the C on my report card because I'm really a 3.6. My coach seen the C on my report card. He looked me dead in my eyes and he asked, who was the teacher? And we went to her classroom. We had a 50-minute meeting. And I was so scared because coach was looking at me every time she said something wrong about me. Like, he gave me that look. And I was like, man, but he just working with me and stuff. He gonna make me get better. And I'm glad to have him. I'm grateful.
So it sounds like you don't play no games. You got a legit C. You ain't getting on the field. Is that what your fear was?
Yes.
So we didn't ask you what grade you in?
I'm in the 11th grade right now, junior.
You're a junior. So we always ask this question when we got high school athletes in here.
Yes, sir.
You're an athlete. So your parents might be listening or not, but we always ask, athletes to come on this show. Do you got a boo? Who is the boo? Or you getting it in? You know how y'all whatever the
terminology is today, right?
Who you caking with? You know how it goes.
Yeah.
So you can give her a shout out if you like.
Well, right now I ain't got no boo.
Okay.
Right now.
Just
I'm focusing on schoolwork.
All right. Okay.
That's a good answer. That was the PC
Hey,
answer right there.
Hey, that's because coach getting
Coach been coaching them up.
Once you get off the camera, you can tell me the truth in my ear.
Coach, you been coaching them up, huh?
All the time. Life lessons.
That's funny. So let's get into a little. You got a couple more personal questions before we get into some football talk.
Well, let me think about it. Nah, we good. We can go and get into some football talk. So we got the football experts here. Let's talk about it.
All right. So now Ike had a question that he wanted to ask about who you think being from a coach's perspective. Your top 3 Lions from the last 20 years. Now we know 2 of them.
No,
we know 2 of them.
Both of y'all get to answer that question.
All right. We know 2 of them. I mean, if you say any other than these 2, it's gonna be crazy.
Don't be trying to persuade our guests. Why are you trying to persuade our guests?
I could be talking about, from the 1957 championship team.
I'm trying to persuade our guests.
Yeah,
Coach.
So
Coach
what were your
first.
2? What were your 2?
Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson are 2 of them, and then Billy Sims will probably be the third one for me.
I have to go with Chris Spielman, 1. Barry Sanders definitely, and Herman Moore. I think Herman Moore set the tone for just big receivers. You know what I'm saying? That tall 6'4" go get it type guy.
He did.
So I'll have to say those are my top 3.
And I did go back a little far with Billy, so you're right. I probably would have to throw Herman in there because Billy a little further than 20 years back. That's a little further back. So who you got?
Well, I got to go for my dog, my man, Barry Sanders. I look at his highlights mostly every day. And I got to go with CJ, Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson is that man. Then Billy Sims, man. Billy Sims, that was another good running back for me.
Yeah, but Billy go back how many years? 84 was his last year? His last year. So let's come back a little closer. Who else you would put in there instead?
I got to shout out my dog, Amir Abdullah, man. He going to be the man when he come down to it.
Abdullah. Ike about to have a coronary.
About to give me a heart attack up here.
He going to be the man. He going to be the man.
He needs some stickum. They don't even sell that no more.
Let me tell you something.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
The man first run in the NFL was a touchdown.
Okay, and
that sets the tone right there for me.
But after that, he fumbled, and then the next game he fumbled, and then the game after that he fumbled. He needs some stickum, and they don't sell that no more.
Look. Everybody in the league has fumbled before.
Not that many times, and that quick.
Even Adrian Peterson, we can say that he's the best running back right now in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
How many times he fumbled, and how many times Amir Abdullah fumbled?
It's a good question.
Well,
I don't
the
know.
stat guy. What do you mean that's a good question?
We know the answer already. Yeah, Ike know the answer too. That's why you're asking Ike.
Listen,
because they comparable as far as early careers go.
Yeah, early career, he fumbled. But your boy, if he gonna be the man, he can't fumble. He can't fumble.
So I guess what he's trying to say, and the roundabout, taking a long way to say it is, if AP can clean it up, Amir Abdullah can clean it up.
He ain't gonna clean it up.
He ain't gonna clean it up. They don't sell stickum no more.
What about this dude right here?
Nobody said Stafford.
What about this dude?
I didn't get a chance to talk.
What's your 3? What's your 3?
I didn't get a chance to talk my 3.
What's your 3?
In this order: Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, Matt Stafford.
Next question.
And he called me the stat guy. It's all about the stats with him, with Matt too.
He's a good quarterback, man. Best we ever had.
Nah, not the best.
Who was better?
Well, it's a couple names in there, but
give me 2 names.
He said the best the Lions ever had. I kind of agree with him. Who else you gonna say? Unless you gonna say Bobby Lane, you ain't got nobody else. And I know you ain't see Bobby Lane play.
He must finna say Eric Hipple.
I know it was some.
He gonna say Rodney P.
Don't say Rodney P. Eric Kramer, no.
Eric Kramer,
Mitchell,
Andre Ward.
Wait a minute. He gonna say Scott Mitchell.
Andre Ware.
No. Who was better as the Lion quarterback?
Rodney P.
You gotta think in your mind and stuff. It's gonna take me even more than how much time we got right now.
Sure is.
It's gonna take you a whole time, about 5-10 years.
What about this dude? Oh, he don't play for them no more, do it.
Yeah, and he a wide receiver.
Why not?
Good
quarterback.
retirement.
Oh,
He retired.
he was tired of them,
He was
huh?
tired. He left. Quit. like Barry did.
No, he was tired of
He
them.
was tired of them and quit. Like
Tired
Barry
of them
did.
injuries. I'm sticking to it. It's my belief.
These fools ain't trying to win.
Coach, let me ask you this. All right, so
you the one with season tickets.
I'm still going.
Well,
so who's crazy here?
Yeah, he got season ticket every year, but he know they ain't trying to win.
I'm a diehard Lion fan. Like my debit card has Lions on it.
Man, oh man,
through and through.
My man.
Oh, let me tell you something. I'm a diehard Lions fan too. Even in 2008,
what is
when
y'all
they went,
just glutton for punishment?
even when they went 0-16, I had on a Lions jersey every single day.
I was looking like you back then.
So wait a minute.
My breaking
I
point
know
was
you
last
married.
year.
Coach, you married?
Yes, sir.
How do your wife put up with you on Sunday, man?
She usually finds something to do.
Yeah, I know she got to do because you're gonna be sick. She got to find something to do because you're gonna be sick.
Never can get sick watching the Lions. Never.
Oh my!
Never.
So how you feel about the Jonathan Bostic trade? A seventh round pick that we got him for, one that's conditional, meaning that he got to meet some criteria before we're gonna give you our pick. And Bostic was a second round pick of the Bears, and he had a couple productive years before injury.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, I don't.
I don't know, man.
I'm not a fan of it.
The upside to
That's
me,
Lions fans.
the upside is greater than the risk to me. The potential upside.
Right. I think that we need to focus on more important areas, and they'll get a Jonathan Bostic type player. That's just my personal opinion.
Now, for what we gave up for him, though, was pretty much nothing. We gave him some lunch money.
True.
To go get him. I mean,
but it's been a lot of late round blooms. I mean,
true.
Tom Brady.
Now, how did you like the draft? Because Ike was
I was glued
kind
to
of.
the TV.
Did you like our draft?
Yes, I did. I believe we hit a lot of areas that we needed. I think we could hit a lot of more defensive positions during the offseason during the free agency.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we could have, but overall draft, I think was good. I think we got a lot of nice young players in there.
So Ike liked the depth part of it, but he was mad because they didn't draft his boy Connor Cook and they went for Jake Rudolph. Connor Cook, they said they should have took him in the second round. I said, Ike, you crazy. Second round.
Why take Connor Cook? You got Matt Stafford.
He can't play forever.
So you're gonna go get
We gonna get somebody make him play. The goal is he been hurt, and he gonna get sacked. He been sacked 85 times last 2 years. So he ain't gonna keep being Iron Man. He ain't gonna keep being Iron Man. Okay, one of them sacks gonna put him out. Now we need somebody to come back in, and who we want? Guy from Michigan, because with other two guys is garbage. So the guy from Michigan got to play. But he gonna have to play.
Who coached him up though? Who coached him up before this year? Yo boy, Jim Harbaugh, who supposedly the quarterback guru. Who ball? Jim Harbaugh.
My boy.
You always get Harbaugh props. I know you like Michigan State. I know you hate Michigan, but you always gave, before Harbaugh came to Michigan, you gave him props.
Yeah,
right?
because he wanted Michigan to be a loser. That's why he gave him props.
What? Who coached up Andrew Luck? Who you give props to? That was Harbaugh. When he was in the 49ers, you said he was doing big things. Now, Ike, come on now.
I said he was doing big
We've
things.
been talking sports a long time.
Until he made that mistake and went with Kaepernick. I said that was a mistake.
He got him to the Super Bowl. They didn't win it, but he took him.
What did he do after that?
What Alex Smith was going to do?
What Alex Smith have done?
What? Not throw it to a wide receiver until last year for like 17 years?
But they win.
Despite him.
They moved the ball.
He didn't win.
He was playing quarterback.
They won despite him.
Wait a minute. I'm confused.
I'm using the same argument you used for Stafford when we went to the playoffs.
Coach and player.
How come it worked for us, but it don't work for them?
Let me get this show, but some control back over this show.
Wait a minute.
Isaac.
Hold on. It's the quarterback.
Alex Smith is not a good
You ain't at home, Mike. You got to be in your mic.
Alex Smith is not a good.
Is this Coach Pittman? Please help me out. Is the quarterback the leader of the team on the field?
Most definitely.
Okay. Does Alex Smith play quarterback?
He does.
Is Alex Smith a good quarterback?
He's a game manager.
And isn't that what you want in your quarterback?
Yes.
Thank you.
Don't you need your quarterback to win you some games sometimes?
And that's what he's managing the game.
The Kansas City
wins. Well, no, you can manage the game and lose it.
Yes.
Well, if you can manage the game and not turn the ball over and get it to the right people, I mean, he's doing his job. If he's getting the ball in the playmaker's
But that's
hand,
positive management.
Yeah.
So you want positive game management. I don't do negative game management.
He didn't do that until he did the same thing Stafford did last year. Horrible first half of the season. Came to the second half of the season and did
hard
good.
on Matt Stafford.
Why is he so hard on Stafford?
I don't know, man.
Y'all saw it. Come on, we was
You
one.
must not be looking at the other quarterbacks in the league.
I am. I just said he did the same thing they did last year. Stafford was in the first half of the season.
Man, how can you ask a man that plays
second half of the
quarterback
season
and nobody protects him?
True, I get it. But G, don't mess up my argument about Alex Smith trying to take me off to the side of Matt Stafford.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, Alex Smith had a horrible first half as well, and he was getting protected.
Well, a couple things.
And he had Jamal Charles.
Well, what makes your quarterback great, or a great quarterback is?
Oh, we have a caller.
You're on Sports Talk Uncut. What I can Brandon. What's your name and where you calling from?
Ask him to call back.
Call back.
I think they hung up before you hit. They hung up quick. They were scared. Don't be scared now. Go ahead, Coach.
Well, what makes your quarterback great is a great defense. I don't think your quarterback is put in a best situation if, his defense is giving up 30 points a game. I mean, that's asking a lot of your quarterback, regardless if he's a franchise quarterback, if he's Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or Matthew Stafford, or Alex Smith. I mean, you need to have a great defense.
True, and the difference in Alex Smith and Matthew Stafford last year was the Chiefs' defense was on par. They was balling. I was calling them a Chief fence all year because them boys they was hunting quarterbacks, man. And then they got your boy back in the back, Barry, playing like he never had cancer, like he never went under chemo. Shout out to him for getting through that. Most improved player in the league last year. Well, I mean, what you think about that?
Well, I agree. I ain't even gonna lie to you on that one. I agree.
Alex Smith a bum. You on Sports Talk Uncut with Ike and Brandon. What's your name and where you calling from? Y'all just gonna keep hanging up, huh? Okay. I don't know what's wrong with y'all today.
Well, caller, you want to have a question for Coach Pitt or the future over here, you can call into the show. 248-429-7224.
Or you can go to the Sports Talk Uncut page on Facebook and leave a comment there, and we'll put it on there as well. So let me ask you guys this. Let's get on out of here, man. Out of this. Let's get to Ray Lewis, Cris Carter, fired. ESPN.
Guys calling in the wrong way. That's what it is.
Caller, you got to call in to the number.
Don't die, Ike. 248-429-7224. I'm gonna say that again. 248-429-7224. Ike over here about to die. But
Ike.
What up, though?
Before you go any further, you have to take the elastic off. Pull that part off.
Right, you right.
That rubber part to go around the rim.
I feel you.
Take that part off.
I know, my bad. Okay. I done got old. I done forgot.
So, ESPN fires Ray Lewis and Cris Carter. Brings in Randy Moss, Matt Hasselback, Charles Woodson. What you guys think about that?
Well, let's see. Ray Lewis is, what is he, Puerto Rican?
No.
Cris Carter, is he Yugoslavian?
No.
And who are these dudes they brought in?
Randy Moss.
Okay.
You know Randy Moss, one of the greatest. Charles Woodson, also one of the greatest. And then also Matt Hasselback. I don't know. I think he's going to be like a correspondent or something. But he old as dirt. He got the Hulk Hogan hair now.
Well, we can't we can't play the race card today.
Nope.
I can put the deck on back in my pocket.
You can. You was about to go there too. You was going. I saw
it. Today.
Well, ESPN is notoriously racist.
Yeah.
Notoriously. So they saying, hey, you work for ESPN?
Walking in here. Bstrilla just chimed in and said Matt Stafford is a top 5 quarterback. Bstrilla, we off that. Why are you talking about that?
Yeah,
we off that.
We know that, B.
Bstrilla, that's you trying to call in and don't know what the hell you doing.
Really, B.
And you a part of the show, man. Oh my goodness.
Now, Cris Carter has some less than good advice. He has horrible advice. He told guys at the NFL Rookie Symposium, which they canceled this year, told the teams to handle your own rookies. NFL ain't doing it no more. But that they need to have a fall guy. If you coming into the league and you ain't gonna change and stop who you hang around with, you need to get you a fall guy.
What that mean?
That was the dumbest phrase he could have said on camera.
I mean, what that mean?
I might take the fall for you.
If
you're doing something
if you're gonna do some drugs,
if you're gonna be riding in the car with some marijuana,
have somebody say it's there.
Let somebody else put it in their pocket.
But it's still your
And
car.
let them say it's theirs and you ain't know.
But
that kind of thing.
But it's still your car.
But was that the best advice to give, Cris Carter?
Come on, Cris.
Come on.
What
Cris always say? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Bstrilla, you chiming in?
Yeah, I'm chiming in.
Oh, now you know the number to the show. Now you know the number to the show.
I was trying to use Google Hangout. These people don't work.
And that's what you was doing, trying.
Listen to the show and call in at the same time. It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't work like
can't
that.
do that.
Can't do that.
What's up?
What's up, B? Say hello to our guests, man. We got guests in here, Coach Pittman and the future, the running back from Boyd.
What up, Coach?
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
Who the future?
What's up, man?
Future, yeah.
What's up, man?
What's up, the future?
What's up, man? You know, I'm chilling. What's up with you?
Not much, man. I'm out here chilling too.
Now you call and talk about Matt Stafford
You
again.
babysitting,
Well,
man.
I talked about Matt. You saw that Google message after you got off that, but it came in late.
Oh, you called in and do your segment?
I was gonna say yeah. Stafford's a top 5 quarterback.
Okay.
Hey, and Ike, get off my boy Abdullah, okay?
Keep on telling them.
Hey, why you saying that Adrian Peterson fixed his fumble problems? That's a lie, because he done fumbled a couple of times last year too. He's always been fumble fingers.
2 against up.
That's a bad thing about Peterson. People say, "Oh, he just played running back and he runs for 2,000 yards." Blah blah blah. But he fumbles the ball just as much as anybody else in the league. Sometimes more.
But he getting 2,000.
Capitalized a couple of times on him fumbling. He doesn't have great handles. Good runner, knock you down, but you get his hands right, you got him.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you called to chime in, Bstrilla.
Anyway,
But you know it's gonna look kind of it's gonna look kind of embarrassing when we run the Bstrilla NHL report and you already on the phone. So go back to listening to the show, B.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, Bstrilla's NHL report. We got it. We have to have him do it because boy, when Brandan does it,
it was awesome.
It was terrible.
This is awesome.
Oh my goodness!
And you know it.
It ain't but 2 black folks in the league, and he trying to report it.
Hey, I was standing up for my brothers. The struggle is real in the NHL.
Thanks for calling, B.
All right, fellas.
All right, man.
Enjoy the rest of the show, and enjoy yourself.
And your
we
dog.
might as well tell it now.
Yeah.
Peace.
Well, let's roll into the NHL with Bstrilla. Bstrilla out in the field today on assignment, and we're gonna see if we can get him to check in from his location. Bstrilla, are you there?
I'm here, G.
What's happening with you?
Not much, man. Just out here doing the thing.
You know,
All right, well, give us the 411 on the NHL.
All right, the 411 NHL playoffs for the Stanley Cup.
Copycat.
Hey, we have Pittsburgh taking the series in overtime versus Washington 4-3. I thought it was going to go 7, but didn't work out that way.
Yep, I called that.
Difference in this series was Pittsburgh's second line. It's called the Bonino line. Players, Bonino, there's a lot of other players on there. They scored all 4 goals to close out the Capitals last night. Bonino, the line is after, gets the OT winner. Kessel had 2 goals, and Hagelin had the other goal. Notes here: Washington is 1-8 against Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
Ovechkin is a regular season player.
They don't have very good against them. Ovechkin is a second in playoff point without a cup. Sad. Don't ever want to be in their company.
Regular season
Pittsburgh will now play a rested Tampa Bay team. I see that series going 7, but I've seen a lot of things going on in the NHL I thought was going to work, but didn't work.
Like usual.
And I have 2 game 7s.
2 game 7s.
St. Louis is going to be at Dallas. And
bet you ain't going to pick who winning.
Nashville's going to be at San Jose. So take a look at those games. It's going to be real exciting. Game 7s are always exciting in NHL playoffs. And that's what I have for you guys. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Ike?
What up, B?
And what's up, world?
And what's up, world?
Right. How you going to forget the fans, man?
What's going on to the rest of the fans out there?
They cussing you out.
Bstrilla, y'all. He's in the field.
We'll be right back.
We back on Sports Talk Uncut. Thanks a lot, Bstrilla. I'm your man, Ike.
I'm your man, Brandan.
We got Coach Pitt in the building from Georgia.
What's up? What's up?
And
What's
the
up?
future.
The future.
So this is what's up. Listen, the season, man, since you're the future, you know I got to come check you out. I'm put a little video for you together. Come check y'all out this year.
Now, you got to be the starting running back, right?
Yes, sir.
Say, don't call yourself the future and you like third in the rotation.
That would mean the future.
Oh, man, I wouldn't
You
even
know
call
what? That would be
myself
the literal definition.
I'm going to run in 2020.
So what kind of yards you put up, man?
Well, I don't really got my stats this year because I just transferred to Voyager. So I ain't really got my stats this year.
That's a good answer. Go ahead.
But I can tell you my expectations.
Let's hit them expectations.
Well, my expectations is to have 1,000-yard season.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
First game.
And hopefully y'all the first game.
Well, first game having a 100-yard. Y'all ain't let me finish.
Okay.
First game.
You paused for a long time. I was like,
I know.
Who y'all?
First
Y'all
game.
must be playing the Girl Scouts.
Barry
Man.
Sanders and being reincarnated.
No, I'm trying to have at least 100 yards.
Every game?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I feel you on that. That's pretty good.
Long as it doesn't sacrifice winning.
Yeah, it
You know what I'm
does.
saying?
Team before me. Team
There
before me.
you go. Now I like that when you first said
Give me the ball.
You didn't. The fact that he didn't know his stats off rip tells me that he is a team before me guy. Because guys who are me first, they know their stats. They don't need nobody send it to them. They know their stats.
You might not know who Keyshawn Johnson is, but he wrote a book called "Give Me the Damn Ball." Just tell him that.
You need to read it.
You need to read that book.
Now let's get back to this, man. What do y'all think? Y'all thoughts about that with the whole Cris Carter thing and then Ray Lewis? I don't know what Ray did except for sound like an old Negro spiritual every time he was on TV. Like, Lord Jesus, he gave the ball to him and he had to run it and score a touchdown. And Martin Luther King is the one that's commentating this game today.
That was pretty good, right?
You know, I do my thing sometimes.
You getting a sense of humor, huh?
You know what, man? One of these days, G gonna love me, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
I love you now. You just square as hell.
Ain't no edges, man. It's all smooth, bro. It's all smooth.
All right.
So, do you think? Let's start with the player. You know, because the coach gonna be politically correct. What do you think? You think that was a good move? Think they should have fired Ray Lewis and Cris Carter and went with Randy Moss and Matt Hasselback and Charles Woodson?
Well, I'm gonna keep it straight up with y'all. Ray Lewis, great player, not so good in the office. Not so good in the office. And I just can't wait to see Randy Moss, man. Randy Moss, that's my guy.
You know, it's interesting that you said that, being as a younger man as you are. What have you seen about Ray Lewis that just doesn't suit your taste?
Well, I grew up watching Ray Lewis. I grew up watching the Ravens, real big Ravens fan. I remember my first game seeing the Ray Lewis. He was playing against the 49ers. And I had the video game right next to me because, you know, he was on Madden video game. I had it right next to me. And I was like, and look, I was like, so he's a star. You feel me? I was like, he's a star because I had the video game right next to me. But he really not really a good announcer to me. I be seeing a lot of announcers and really not really good to me.
So is it that he bore you or?
Yeah, he really bores me. I turned off the channel. I turned it straight to the NBA network or something.
Wow. He make you lead a sport? Wow. Now that's gotta be boring. Now.
What you? Well, so that's very boring.
Lead a sport.
So, Pitt, Coach Pitt, what do you think? Was that a good move for ESPN? Do you think that was a good move? If so, why?
Ratings wise, no. I mean, you look at two Hall of Famers and Cris Carter and Ray Lewis to pretty much establish the game at their positions. I mean, but they lost the fire of the show. Will Randy Moss and Matt Hasselback have that same fire or the same viewers? I don't think so. I think it's trying to target a whole different community when you bring those guys in.
Well, I think you get the same as far as the Hall of Fame experience with Charles Woodson and Randy Moss coming in together. They kind of bring that same, because Charles Woodson to me is the greatest overall. When I say DB, I ain't saying cornerback or safety. I'm saying combo guy of all time. I don't know, but only other guy I compare him to is Rod Woodson.
Right.
And I think Charles was better than Rod to me. He had better ball skills.
I agree. My thing is what you bring in this new host anywhere. You know, none of them are proven. You know, Randy Moss has never been a talk show host, or Charles Woodson or Matt Hasselback, so it's yet to be seen.
Okay.
You know, but you know what you're getting out of Ray Lewis. It's gonna be fire on the show. You know what you're getting.
But you know they started off Randy at NFL Network hosting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
he was a correspondent.
He was correspondent, and the ratings every time he came on went to the roof.
Yeah, he was hosting. That's why I really like Randy.
And I think Ray Lewis, and I love Ray. I love Ray, like what he tries to stand for. I like the message, you know, the persona.
What do he stand for?
Righteousness, and he talks about.
We got 5 baby mamas.
Hey man, I'm talking about in the black community. Well, he's been trying to. Lately, he's been more of an activist since he's been not playing in the black community. So,
is he more of an activist, or is he more of a person that beats his people down?
I don't know, G. I don't think so, G.
Well,
we got a caller.
That's why I asked you, what did you think?
Caller, where you calling from? What's your name?
Yo, what's up, fellas? This is Corey from Witness.
Corey,
what's up, Corey? How's it going?
What's going on with y'all, fellas?
Going good.
Much. Talking about the ESPN firings and whatnot.
What y'all thoughts on Sam Bradford on the way his approach after the Eagles drafted Carson Wentz?
I thought it was punkish. I thought I thought he cried like a little punk. That's what I thought. I thought he ain't a man. He don't want to compete. I thought everybody in the league want to compete, and that's what it's all about, competition. Well, they draft a quarterback who they know is not ready to play this year, but you're gonna try to do a holdout or whatever you tried to do at first until they start saying we not trading you. You ain't gonna get this money. You don't come because it ain't all guaranteed. Guess what? He showed up. So now his locker room gonna look at him like, you a punk.
And didn't they just sign him to a big major contract, which I just say he didn't even deserve a 2-year, what was like $30 million?
He got $18 million a year, I believe.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Well, he ain't no punk.
And for you to be a quarterback who have never made the playoffs,
I mean,
you got the authority.
Here's the thing, though. They told you we're gonna give you a 2-year deal, $18 million a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says, well, you just drafted this little young boy. I don't want to play no more. That makes him a punk. You gonna turn down $18 million?
It would make him a punk had he not got the money. He got the money.
Yeah, the money wasn't guaranteed. Had he not shown up, he wouldn't have got the money.
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
The NFL don't give folks their money unless they want them to have it, right?
Yeah, but this is a dude who's never been able to put together 2 full seasons of being on the field. We ain't talking about playing good. We talking about just being available.
But how could
how are you gonna say I don't want to play for you anymore because you drafted a quarterback?
But how could he demand that money if he was not valuable to the organization?
It wasn't. I don't really think it was a demand. Yeah, it's not, because to me that's what quarterbacks are going for these days. He got the run-of-the-mill contract. About 17, 18 million a year is what they're getting now.
That's the standard contract.
Yes,
standard
for quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks, that's standard starting quarterbacks.
What I think about the whole thing, I think it was a punk move. I think you should compete regardless, because you don't know if this guy that they drive is going to be a bust. You know, you have to come in, and we go back to carrying yourself as a man. No matter what obstacles you faced in front of you, you still have to take that approach and try, hey, I'm going to outwork you regardless of if I was a first round, second, third, or so on. I'm going to outwork you. So for you to sit up here and say, I'm going to quit or I'm going to try and find another team, you'll quit on your team when it's tight.
Yep.
So it's a character thing with me.
That all sounds good, and that's the way that you want to try to send young men away from high school. But the truth of the matter is, they're doing it in all professional sports now.
I agree.
So my problem is not with what you said, B.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is that why single out this one guy when you had LeBron say, "I'm going to play with my friends."
I already talked about him. You know how I feel
I'm
about
the
that.
biggest LeBron hater.
Hey,
You know how I feel about the G.
Hey,
That's on
what I
record.
say.
We
That's
can
what I say.
go to the archives.
Why I can't say I won't play with my friends? What's wrong with that?
Because that's what you do in middle school.
That's what you
Not
do
as a man.
As a pro athlete that has children looking at him and wanting to be him, you have to have what you shouldn't have to have, but you should have some responsibility because you already got money. He already got money.
And what did he do after that? He went
said,
back home.
He said,
I'm going to go back home.
I'm going to go over here and I'm going to make Dwayne Wade say, "This my team."
Okay.
David Stern said that.
Nah.
David
Why
Stern.
did he leave? Why did he leave?
Because he's a quitter.
No, he didn't leave because he was a quitter. Somebody banging his mama.
So
Well,
let me ask you this.
so what? Get rid of that guy.
Right.
And he go to the owner, man, he
Kobe-
banging my mama.
Kobe banged somebody in the hotel and went and dropped 50.
It wasn't his mama. It wasn't his mama. It wasn't his mama.
I want to hear what Corey. I want to hear what Corey
Wait a
got to
minute.
say on it, G. I want to hear what Corey got to say on it. Where you at, man?
We're
You-
going with Bradford.
Yeah.
But the thing with Bradford, if you think about it, Bradford is the reason why they even changed the rookie scale because he came into the league with $50 million guaranteed.
Yeah, that's why they changed the
He
rookie
was the
scale.
highest-
That's
He
it.
had the highest guaranteed money in the league coming in as a rookie and never did prove anything.
And that's what
And
changed
the approach what I would have preferred him take is like, if you look at, I'm a Charger fan, so I'm looking at Phillip Rivers and Drew Brees situation. Drew Brees wasn't always that great quarterback everybody think he is while he was there. But when they drafted and took Rivers early, Rivers was forced to sit for 2 years because you was not going to take him my spot.
And he became a Hall of Fame talent.
But do you guys agree that, at the high school level and the collegiate level, you're trying to build character and build young men into men. However, when these dudes get away from their college coaches and their high school coaches, they all turn into divas now, man.
But now we questioning their character. So we're saying we should model high school and college players versus the NFL players that were the ultimate goals for players to get. I think that they should be our role models. I think it was a punk move. But I think we should be able to look at the NFL and say these are character guys, and we want to be where you want.
You can't build character because you're a football player. That ain't what builds character. Character is something that you have to take into the NFL with you. You can't get there and say, "Well, I'm going to be a role model now."
And I agree. That's what I'm saying. It comes from now your high school to college, and it goes into the NFL. So you have to have that strong program and that strong background so you can be successful in the NFL. So you won't get there and say, "I got $18 million, but you draft another guy that ain't never played in the NFL, ain't never played it down in the NFL, but I'm going to quit because they took you."
Well, I mean.
Hey, G.
And he don't even got the right to be
He's
a
trying to
diva.
play your race card.
He ain't got the right to. Because if this was a black guy,
He don't want no competition.
if he was black,
wait a minute, hold up.
If he was black,
Hold on, G. They ain't tell you that part, did
Let
they,
me
G?
find this deck, man.
They ain't tell you that part, did G?
Well, if he was black,
He a white
man,
quarterback. He ain't want no
he would have got the
competition.
Robert Griffin III treatment. We ain't trading you and we ain't playing you.
Well,
Sit on the bench.
I feel a couple ways about a scenario like this, man. These franchises, man, are just creating environments where if you don't act like a baby, they won't pay you. I mean, really, you got guys coming in front offices, man, demanding that you draft who I tell you to draft. This stuff is crazy, man. That's why.
But that shouldn't even apply to Bradford. He came in with $50 million.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
He never played a full season yet.
Well, I'm not directing this at this player. I'm not directing this at this one particular player. I'm saying pro sports today is bombarded with these kind of situations, man. Really, if you really follow sports and look at what goes on in these franchises, man, you will see a lot of these dudes that act like bras.
Yeah, I agree. But
You will, man. It's just the truth.
Chick dudes, chick players. Take it from the chick fan mode.
Yeah, I mean, man. Listen, man, it's in UFC, and I don't consider that a sport.
What else you got, Corey?
Man, it's all
If
y'all
you say
be
something
easy,
about
man. Good
LT,
show, man.
oh, thank you. I was about to say, boy, you say something about LT Barry Sanders, we about to go in on you.
I began to put that up in there, but I didn't want to give Ike a little stroke and just
All right, man. Keep listening, man.
Boy, Ike,
Appreciate
you known all over the world. Detroit's most famous.
All right, thanks, Corey.
That boy said give you a stroke. That vein that come across your forehead. I ain't never seen anybody get a vein that come horizontally. I mean,
Taylor Good as Barry Sanders, man. What? What did he say from South Carolina? I will fly down there, drive tonight.
So, Coach, you got a player like that that's your starter, and you bring in a highly recruited guy to come in and eventually be your starter, and he give you that kind of attitude. What's happening to him?
Find another school.
Well, see, it's simple at his level.
Even in the NFL. Why would I want, we talking about quarterback here, why would I want somebody to leave my team that's trying to quit now because we drafted another guy? I can't rely on you.
Well, but then you have to deal with the front office.
And another thing,
and that's why I would probably never be an NFL coach.
GM.
Listen, G. NFL got some people don't understand. Union and contracts.
That's right.
So when I'm in a union. So this is different. Free will, we union. Well, I got some rights.
But here's their only backlash: the dead money. They can cut him, and all they have to owe him is the money that was considered the guaranteed part of that contract, which it averages out to 18 a year. But not all of that is guaranteed. He still got to show up. He didn't show up. He would have got his signing bonus. That's it.
Nah, something we didn't talk about, and they never really talked about this. It's another quarterback that did that. Carson Palmer. He is in Cincinnati, and he wanted to be traded, and he was under contract. He said, and they didn't even make a big fuss, either you trade me or I will retire. I don't need to play football because I got $30 million in the bank.
Well, you know what happened to him that kind of killed that story? He blew his knee out. When he got hurt, it wasn't no they didn't need you no more, especially when they got Andy Dalton there now. So now,
yeah, well, you might as well blow your knee out and have some paper.
Right, and he got his paper, and then he went to Arizona. And now Arizona's been a powerhouse since he's been there.
Well, look at John Elway.
Shoot, look at Eli Manning, and his daddy did it. Eli said, "My son ain't playing for San Diego."
That's what he said,
and that's what he did, literally. My son ain't playing for San Diego. Send him to New York.
Don't draft him.
He can't be in the AFC with his brother.
To tell you guys, it's a part of the culture now. It you know, do I think that a guy that acts like that is a chump? I do. But I do understand that he learned how to act like a chump from the rest of the chumps.
That's on the same level with him.
And he got a chump that's saying, hey, man, go and tell them this right here and apply pressure to them. And now you got chumps in the front office, you know what I'm saying, who are not siding with their coaching staffs and saying, well, coach, you our man, but listen here, we got to do this for whatever reason. We got to do this. If there's a problem, guess what? You're fired.
Right. Well, we'll see. It's going to shake out in Philadelphia. We'll see what happens. I mean, football, OTAs about to start. Lions OTA starting about 2 weeks from now.
Who?
OTAs, off-season team activities.
The Lions had that?
Yeah.
For what?
Organized team activities.
They had that during the season.
Organized team activities. Jesus ain't going to get them no. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little background.
I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous because he got season tickets all the damn time. And he don't never take me.
He said you don't want to go.
He said he didn't want to go to the hockey game, man.
Oh, that's okay.
You and Bstrilla ain't gonna get me killed. Listen, y'all talking about things getting better. They building a new stadium. Y'all ain't gonna get me killed down there with them folks drinking beer. Ain't gonna happen.
Now, we got some front office people from the organization that he calls his team, the Patriots.
Yes.
And he's still not giving the Lions any props for trying to do something to get better. We brought in a whole new front office, fired all the scouts, got all new scouts. We got new position coaches in some areas that were lacking. We got a whole new physical therapy and nutrition staff.
Man,
all this stuff works. It works towards some trying to be better.
You're a younger man than me, man. Let me tell you. Let me give you some history on the Lions.
I know what history says. Until you change it, it's going to always be the same, man.
The Lions been doing this dumb stuff for 50 years. But they never bring in the talent.
But I think
because they don't want to pay.
They building it the right way now, G.
Are they?
They building it from the trenches. we saw that in the draft. Coach, you said, all right,
those are just
Start
opinions.
up front.
Those are just
I'm
opinions.
just saying it starts up front.
Listen, we had the best wide receiver in the game
with a bum O-line in front of him.
With a dude that could get him could deliver the ball to him.
With a bum defense. 1 year of good defense. It was 1 year of good defense that whole time. 1 year. 1 year.
Well, let's look.
1 year of good defense. They were together 9 guys. 8
Okay, Brandon, let me just ask you this directly.
Ask me.
Are the Lions committing to bringing a championship to Detroit?
I think it's changed, and they are now.
And that's what was changing.
They are now. Now, yes. Last year,
they ain't played yet.
No,
you ain't seen none of these guys they drafted.
I think the changes that they're making are commitments to winning, trying to win.
Let's ask
Before it wasn't about trying to win; it was about filling the seats. Did I say yes?
Did I ask him
Did I
anything
answer his
about
question?
trying?
Did I answer his question?
Did I say anything about trying?
Did I answer his question?
Commitment is one thing.
They're committing to winning.
They're not
whether it happens or not, it remains to be seen, as you just said.
So let me ask a question to our guest here to get us back on track. So, how many games, Coach Pitt, do you think the Lions gonna win this season?
I give him a 9-7 season.
9-7. That ain't playoffs.
Coach, if you don't stop this, man, your wife gonna leave you, man. You know them boys gonna win 6 games.
I disagree. I really disagree with it. I think they're gonna win 9 games.
How much you thought they was gonna win this past season? Be honest, Coach.
Well, again, you have to have a strong defense. But when you
Coach, how many you thought they was gonna win?
I thought they were gonna be about a 9-7.
Okay.
So future, you that hard line.
Yeah.
How many games you think they gonna win this season?
8 right now, and the only reason why I say 8-8 is because we still a team processing right now, and we need that star now. We ain't got that star no more. Like Calvin Johnson was our star, and now that we ain't got no star no more, we trying to revolve around the team.
Golden Tate and the star.
Not yet. Not yet.
Matt Stafford is a star.
Golden
Stafford is not no star. Everybody knew. Everybody knew who the ball was going to in the clutch situation. Everybody knew the ball was going to Calvin Johnson in the clutch situation.
So here's another question I'm asking to everybody in the room. So who wins the division? Since y'all said Lions 9, I didn't ask you, Brian. How many games you think the Lions gonna win? I'm not gonna ask G because you already gonna say 3.
You sure can count.
He gonna say that just because he don't like them all these years.
You can figure and cipher real good.
G using history to come to his conclusions. I think all of our division, it's gonna be tight this year. I say 9 or 10 wins this year.
He said it's gonna be tight, but he just said they was committed to winning.
Yes,
Okay,
I think they are.
So who gonna win the division? Brandon, start with you. Who gonna win the division?
I don't know that. I don't know that.
You know it won't be the Lions, right?
I think it's gonna be close between us, the Vikings, and the Packers still.
Oh God, okay.
It's gonna be close.
Moving on.
Packers lost. Vikings lost, guys. We got better.
Would you ask him, since he don't know who's going to win, could you ask him who ain't gonna win?
The Bears. For sure. For sure.
You know,
100%.
Well, we know we won't be getting Anthony Adams back on the show. Thanks, Brandon.
He's retired. He's not a Bear anymore. Yeah, he's an entrepreneur.
No, he works for the
Bears organization.
He's a Bear.
He ain't a Bear player. Hey, Double A, you know you're my man.
Coach Pitt, who you think will win the division?
Lions.
Okay, I'm off the show. Coach Pitt can come sit in my chair. I'm done.
Hold on, and G, you yelling at me? This the guy that said all the games. I'm watching on TV.
Future. Green Bay. I'm gonna go on a limb and say Minnesota.
Nope, they're gonna Teddy Bridgewater gonna lose it for
them. Minnesota
lose it for them.
Minnesota. You heard it here today. Minnesota gonna win the division.
It's too early for us to even play
it ain't too early for us to play the game.
It's just like, guess what? Mel Kiper has a big board for next year's draft already.
And
he don't even know who all got recruited that's gonna be true freshmen that's gonna make an impact. He shouldn't. That's crazy. You know that's crazy. He got your boys rated 30-something.
Well, he's stupid.
See, thank you. Now be quiet. Now be quiet.
You know, State gonna be in there again. That's what we do.
It's too early for all that right now, man. I like the changes we made, and I think we are moving in a new direction now. It's gonna be a new team. The same old Lions adage that people like to throw in there, I think it's out the window.
This is one thing I'm still
Let me
say.
find some violin music.
This is one thing I'm gonna still say. Lions still don't like to play players, and when you ask some money, they not gonna pay you.
I don't know how they don't pay players when Stafford has made over $100 million.
That's
Calvin
one
Johnson,
player.
Calvin Johnson made 114
That's two
million.
players.
Well, them the two players that should have got it.
And Ndamukong Suh made
Left,
what he made.
Left,
Now
left.
the whole
Went
league.
to Florida was a bum.
Listen, now the whole league, because of the rookie pay scale, no one comes in making money like that anymore. And it's all because of Sam Bradford.
Yeah, I understand.
It's his
that,
fault.
But we're not talking about.
So that's why. So you can't say they don't pay people. They bring in free agents. How much did they pay Dre Bly when they brought him in? Right?
I don't remember.
They paid him a boatload. He was getting paid like a top corner in the league, like the top corner in the league at that time. Did Dre Bly win us any Super Bowls? No, he did not. And you said it yourself, he really was 5'5".
I met him. He was about 5'6".
Yeah, exactly.
5'6".
Welcome to the future
So
fantasy Lions.
You can't say they don't pay nobody. They do. But anyway, before we go, because we only got a few minutes left, man, we ain't mentioned MLB yet, and we like 3 weeks into the season, man.
Well, go ahead, man. You got 1 minute.
I know, we ain't mentioned MLB. The Tigers are looking horrible. That's all I'm going to say. I love Zimmerman.
Ain't they next door to the Lions?
The Zimmerman a beast.
Across the street.
He leading the league.
They cross the street
ERA.
from the Lions, right?
Well, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
Oh, it's got everything
No,
to do
it
with
does not. Stop.
That bad luck running off.
And
They
you
got
know,
a different owner.
You know that other place they putting right around the corner from the rest of them?
Little Caesars
They go-
Arena.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that's a winning history right there,
Come on,
G.
baby. Red
You ain't
Wings
gonna talk
win.
about the Red
Not
Wings.
when they move next door
I'm
to
about
the
to-
Lions and the Tigers.
I'm a kidnap you and take you to a game. You keep talking about the Red Wings.
Please. Listen, y'all, it's been fun. Coach, we want to thank you, Coach Pittman, and Future. Come back to Sports Talk Uncut anytime you get ready.
Right. Thank you for having us. Just wanted to get one shout out.
Go ahead, get your shout out.
All right. Actually, I got a couple. My wife, Catherine Pittman, my son, Jon Pittman Jr. II, my sister, Lindsay and Shanti, all our fans, our school, Voyager College Prep. We're doing big things over here. It's a great school, great environment. One thing we are doing, our kids are going to school and they are graduating from college. So we thank you. And I thank you guys for having us on Sports Radio.
Oh,
Appreciate
I got
it.
a shout out too.
Give him the name, man. Tell him the name.
Sports Talk Uncut.
Well, you know I got to give a shout out to the one right now, my mama.
That's right.
My
That's
daddy, Coach Woodson, Coach Pittman. Gotta give a shout out to some of some players.
Right, man.
I know, but you know.
You
And
wanna
I
be
gotta give a
correct,
shout
man.
out to some players right quick.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Some of my top dogs. Give a shout out to Brent Watson. And give a shout out to my boy. He growing up at my old school,
Yes,
Cris Siegel Monroe.
He your son?
No,
You
it
say
ain't my son, but you know,
Pointed like he was little.
I raised him a little bit.
Oh, wow.
I
The
just had to give
Future
a
say
shout
he
out to him.
raising them.
Yeah, you know, I'm a player and the coach at the same time.
I got
Wow.
you, player coach.
Well, y'all know how we do it, man. It's Sports Talk Uncut. Real sports talk for the fans.
By the fan.
Let's go, guys. Thank y'all for listening. Shout out to the best team in the world, Hustle Neonatal Team. Love y'all. Love you, Nadia.
I don't know what you've been told. This is humanistic soul. It's captivating. It's soul sensation. It's let the music take control. Please don't